na mmụọ nsọ. Angelus.
Mama Nkosebru agwa Ekene Maria Egyptian na Grace Osebru anonyeli ịdị ngọzi n'etiti ikporo niile ọ jazi ngọzi bụ nwafọ gị Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nne nke Chukwu rịọbara ndị ndị arịrịọ kịta na n'ọnwa anyị. Amen.
Nyaju odibo nwanyị nke Osebru ụwa Ekene Maria Egyptian na Grace Osebru anonyeli ịdị ngọzi n'etiti ikporo niile ọ jazi ngọzi bụ nwafọ gị Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nne nke Chukwu rịọbara ndị ndị arịrịọ kịta na n'ọnwa anyị. Amen.
Okwu emela arụ Ekene Maria Egyptian na Gracia Osebru anonyeli ịdị ngọzi n'etiti ikporo niile ọ jazi ngọzi bụ nwafọ gị Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nne nke Chukwu rịọbara ndị ndị arịrịọ kịta na n'ọnwa anyị. Amen.
Dọbara anyị ayọ ọnne nke Chukwu dị asọ ayịyọ anyị na-arịọ gị o Chukwu ka erinye Grace anyị n'ime obi anyị ka anyị bụ ndị nje butere ozi ọma wee mara iwere arụ Kristi nwa ya site n'afọ ya na obi ya wee bata n'otito na mbilite n'ọnwụ ya site na Kristi dị mere anyị. Amen. Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ. Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ. Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ. Ka mkpụrụ obi ndị niile kwere gara aga abụrụ obi fa zuru ike na ndokwa.
Amen.
Onye nwe anyị nọnyere m. Ka Chineke dị ike niile gọzie ụnụ Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Amen.
Ekpere a bịara gị site na nkwado ndị Love Bite Foods and Beverages Limited Nnobi, ndị na-alụpụta Love Bite Bread nọ na nọmba 1 Nwosu Mmaduka Close, Umuru Nnobi, 081-4982-8254.
Ebona the FM, 24 hours of informative, educative, and entertainment programs. Can't stop, won't stop. On Ebona the 103.5 FM.
Listen to news updates on Ebona the 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, reports. Ebona the FM breaks the news with actualities. You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/gistfm.
Minutes. Yes, ma'am. Come back and listen news, man. Every good time news. I need to news. Yes, ma'am. I audio. Good evening and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM News Update, 17th day of October 2023, and the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Ifanjuku Ekeze is my name. The headlines. The lifting of ban on 43 items by the Central Bank of Nigeria excites Anambra cleric. Abia government denies sending northerners packing, insists cattle market non-residential. Enugu police arrest 8 criminal suspects, recover firearms, stolen vehicle. Black men put in arrests in China in rare trip abroad. Now, details. The lifting of ban on 43 items by the Central Bank of Nigeria excites Anambra cleric. The economic hardship Nigerians endure due to poor subsidy removal is described as temporary suffering that must be endured to actualize a prosperous Nigeria by the President Bola Tinubu-led federal government. As the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Muhammad Idris, gave the assurance with the illustration of a pregnant woman in labor and the joy that comes afterwards. But the decision of the central bank to lift ban on 43 items, which includes rice, cement, and others, excites a lot of Nigerians, most especially traders and importers who can see the light at the end of the tunnel. The parish priest of St. Thomas Anglican Church, Azobunike, laws federal government for taking such a decision at this time to alleviate the sufferings of Nigerians. Here is a report.
After 8 years, the Central Bank of Nigeria lifts ban on 43 items, which include rice, cement, poultry items, and others. Is still an exciting news for Nigerians, most especially businessmen and women. The light at the end of the tunnel is the exciting word of the parish priest of St. Thomas Anglican Church Parish, Azulike, as he describes the decision of the Central Bank of Nigeria to lift the ban at this time as an exciting news.
The thing is that we must continue to trust God. We must continue to depend on Him. We must continue to be steadfast, as Christians and children of God, because the Lord promised us, as we read in the book of John, chapter 16, verse 33, He said that in the world, 33b, that in the world that we are going to have tribulation, we are going to have challenges, we are going to have trouble. But say, be of good cheer, that I have overcome the world. There will always be light at the end of the tunnel. So we advise them to continue to stay. Just as I used as an example, what our president did this week by lifting bans on some of the commodities, essential commodities of life. By God's grace, in weeks to come, you will discover that prices of things, by God's grace, will come down, and we'll begin to enjoy life again. So that's all. Yes. The truth of the matter is that the hike in fuel price is still there. But this lifting of bans now will make, we're going to have a kind of serious competition in the market. Situation whereby nobody will monopolize the importation of any commodity again. So many people will be importing goods and services into the country. And when the competition is there, some people will tend to reduce the price to sell their own.
Reverend Canon James Chigozien Ashimbo explained that most Christians who lack faith in the power of God have drifted from their faith due to economic challenges in the country as a result of the fuel subsidy removal.
The problem we have now in the society is hardship, economic challenges, economic problem. Owing to the fact that the removal of fuel subsidy and so many policies of the government has not been favorable to the masses, and people are suffering. When you look at the society today, you discover that so many families cannot afford the 3 square meals of the day. Some students have not even returned to school because of money. So people are suffering. And when you have a situation like this in the society, people will automatically look for alternative way of solving their problems, alternative way of meeting their needs. And because of this, some of our people, mostly Christians, the people of God, whom their faith has not been strongly rooted in the Lord, are now drifting, going back to Egypt to seek for help. That is the major content of our sermon today.
Lord, the Governor Soludo and the free and compulsory education in Anambra as a means to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal.
Yes, the thing is that it is a credit to our governor, Charles Soludo Prof. It's a credit to him. In fact, it's a step in the right direction. It tried so well because just as we say, we have a lot of hardship, and it will help to cushion the effect of hardship in various homes and families. Whatever effect it will have in the maybe private and the mission schools. It's not what we'll be talking about. What we are saying is it is good. It is good. It's
Still on the news, Abia government denies sending Northerners packing, insists cattle market non-residential. The government of Abia State has dismissed as false news making the rounds that it has directed Northerners who live and conduct their businesses at Lubanta cattle market around the Enugu Umuahia Aba Port Harcourt Expressway by Umunoshi to leave the state. The government said there was no iota of truth in the fake news, as those Northerners are the second and third generations of Igbos living in Lubanta. The special advisor to the governor on security, Navy Commander McDonald Oba, retired, made this clarification while briefing journalists at the government house Umuahia on Monday. Oba noted that the Lubanta Uturu axis of the state has been under siege by criminal elements in the last couple of years, prompting the major steps recently taken by the state government to eliminate the spate of kidnappings and other criminal activities in the area. He said preliminary investigation points to the Lubanta cattle market as a major hideout for all kinds of individuals involved in different criminal activities, including kidnappings, organ harvesting, armed robbery, and other violent crimes. Oba, who described Governor Alex Oti, OFR, as a detribalized Nigerian, having appointed non-Abians into his cabinet, noted in the state are second and third generation of Igbos, and therefore the Governor Oti-led government could not have given such directive. Enugu police arrest 8 criminals, suspects, recover firearms, stolen vehicle. Operatives of the Enugu State Police Command serving in the anti-cultism squad on Sunday arrested 6 men at Uguapo, Apugo community in Kano West local government area of the state, as contained in a statement shared on Monday via the command's profile on X, formerly Twitter. The public relations officer, DSP, Daniel Ndukwe, said the suspects were arrested following the receipt of a complaint of conspiracy, attempt to cause native war, threatening violence, criminal trespassing, and cultism against them. The suspects are David Onyekachukwu, 22, Timothy Ezali, 22, Somadina Ebe, 22, Mwosa Anele, 22, Kasim Rafiu, 28, and Godwin Udo, 24. Ndukwe stated that the exhibits recovered from the suspects include 4 pump-action guns with 11 live cartridges, 4 motorcycles, a dagger, 2 cassette caps, and 2 shirts branded Enugu Vigilante Group and objects suspected to be shams. According to the preliminary investigation, the suspects, who claim to be employers of a private security company, were not hired and equipped by their leadership of the mentioned communities to provide security for them. The statement read in part, furthermore, Timothy, David, and Godwin have all confessed to being members of the Vikings, Blackers, and Dembom secret cult groups, respectively, while further discreet investigation is ongoing. To the foreign scene, Vladimir Putin arrives in China in rare trip abroad. Russian President Vladimir Putin arrived in Beijing on Tuesday to meet with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping on a widely watched trip aimed at showcasing the deep mutual trust and non-limits partnership between China and its giant neighbor. Putin and his entourage flew into the Beijing Capital International Airport on Tuesday morning, according to newsmen, in the Kremlin chief's first official trip outside of Union this year. Putin has traveled little abroad since the Hague-based International Criminal Court (ICC) issued an arrest warrant for him in March, accusing him of illegally deporting children from Ukraine. Putin visited Kazakhstan, a former Soviet republic, earlier this month. The ICC's move obliges the court's 123 member states to arrest Putin and transfer him to The Hague for trial if he sets foot on their territory. Neither Kazakhstan nor China are members of the ICC, established to prosecute war crimes. Beijing has rejected Western criticisms of its partnership with Moscow, even as the war in Ukraine shows no sign of ceasing, insisting that their ties do not violate international norms, and China has the right to collaborate with whichever country it chooses. This is where we draw the curtain on news update on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. The lifting of ban on 43 items by the Central Bank of Nigeria excites Anambra cleric. Abia government denies sending Northerners packing, insists cattle market non-residential. Enugu police arrest 8 criminal suspects, recover firearms, stolen vehicle. Vladimir Putin arrives in China in rare trip abroad. You just listened to news updates on Ebona 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi Ekeze. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Listen to news updates on Ebona 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebona FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are in New Nigeria,
you can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Vacancy. Sparkle Doors Hotel and Suites Ogidi, Nkebe na number 2, Bar Chelsea Close, Ogidi Anuku, Macho Mado, na position of kitchen and bar attendants, receptionist, cook, Makape apply. Visit Sparkle Doors Hotel and Suites Ogidi, number 2, Bar Chelsea Close, Ogidi Anuku, Mabo 08068351760. Mobile 08072104723. Mobile 08087597724. Mobile 09017477138.
How best can we talk about the challenge? How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebona FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be.
Government.
Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community. Street report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifeanyi as number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebona 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face as Street Report.
we all got bottle. They can do Lebanon Tabernacle of Praise Adoration Ministry. Garden over Wednesday, not the name of October. 4 Wednesdays in the month of October. Book is your Bible, Chima Amanda. My God cannot fail. All garden Abaliano, Abalibinotu. Abalibina Satan Abalibina born is sent on October far. All Ghana Abalobo Chindia Nile, all Ghana Malita Nelekari Ring Kabali, where Rona Chofufo. Everyone Garden Bunogi Gula Tabernacle of Praise Adoration Ministry in Ogidi Anuku. Onye Gano Nisi Home Mabo, Apostle Dr. John Oka JP, Maka Jujupo 0703 38 812 0703 38 812 Kedu ihe ndị ahụ na-eme gị ụra aga n'anya? Ahịa gị ọ na-agba ọnyụpa? Ndị iro na-achụgharị gị? Bịa ka ị nwee ike nke Chineke n'ebe ọ pụrụ iche. Ọnwa Ọktoba ga-adịrịrị anyị na mma. Jizọs bụ eze.
Ladies and gentlemen, tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride. Let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 Ebona DFM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio.
From 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Getting your morning inspired, be informed. Let's interact only on the morning drive.
Make it a date with Martin Efanshuku, aka Meta.
And Christy, aka Emenari, aka Classy.
From Monday to Friday, from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
on the morning drive.
103.5 Ebona DFM.
Guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share, right?
This one's for you and me.
Every night.